Hey guys, it's Victoria Grant here and welcome to this episode of Victory Granted TV. Before we get started, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to anyone who's left me a comment over at my website or here on YouTube, and indeed anyone who's messaged me on Instagram. I'm truly honoured that you've chosen to reach out, and honestly it's because of all of your wonderful messages and your feedback, guys, that I'm inspired to keep sharing these videos and content with you. So many thanks. Now, the reason we're here today is because I wanted to give you ladies or fellas, depending on the way you swing, an insight into maybe the not so publicized dangers of having casual sex. Now, I'm sure that most of you watching will be aware of things such as sexually transmitted infections and diseases, which can be shared by having sex with not many partners necessarily, but by just being unprotected during the act. And this would basically mean not wearing condoms during sex, right? Now, I don't want to delve too far into the repercussions of catching one of these conditions, as there's plenty of videos and information available on the internet and here on YouTube if you need to know more about the specifics. But what I will say is that at the very least, one of these things will cause you discomfort around your lower abdomens or private areas, right? And at the most, these conditions could actually kill you. So please do bear that in mind next time you decide to share your bodily fluids with someone. Anyway, what I really wanted to share with you today, which I believe is so important when it comes to being intimate with someone, are the real dangers that you face on an emotional and spiritual level. Now, for those of you who know anything about quantum physics and this universe, then you'll realize that we're all spirit having a human experience, and that we're all connected on this spiritual level. Now, this is a vibrational universe, and it's powered by energy which emanates on many different frequencies, and we feel the effects of these frequencies by way of our emotions, right? And if you can imagine that when you're in love and you're feeling all the wonderful emotions that come along with love, then you're literally vibrating at an extremely high frequency, okay? And this works both ways. So when you're feeling low or even depressed, then you're vibrating at a much lower frequency. Now, because we are all connected on this vibrational spiritual level, this is why we can feel each other's pain, not physically, but empathetically speaking. So if someone you care about is sad or distressed, then you often can feel that sadness and that distress also. And this can happen for people you don't know personally necessarily. For instance, if your favorite TV character dies, you might cry and even really feel that loss. And the reason for this, as explained, is because the connection that you've made with that person or that character is always on a vibrational level. If you can imagine tuning into your radio, right, and you've tuned in on 100 FM. Now, the only music that you'll be able to hear is what's being played on that particular frequency. So if I asked you if you could hear the jazz that was being broadcasted over 104 FM, then you tell me no, as we're tuned into completely different frequencies. So in a nutshell, when you connect vibrationally with anyone, especially on an intimate level, you share not only your physical bodies, but you also share the same frequency. Now, sexual energy is one of the most powerful energies in this universe, the highest being true love, right? And this is because it creates worlds, yeah? Also known as babies. Children are conceived during this magical act, as I'm sure you know. And although children are a wonderful creation, if your pregnancy is unplanned or as a result of a casual fling, then this can sometimes feel like an uphill struggle for many mums, even dads who weren't expecting to have children at that time. So that too can definitely be one of the dangers of having unprotected, casual sex, right? So we know now that being with someone sexually means that you're vibrating at the same frequencies, yeah? Okay, now this means that there's inevitably going to be spiritual dangers that come along when you're not taking care with who you're choosing to lay down with. And you can in fact catch a different kind of STD, one which I like to call a spiritually transmitted dis-ease. Now, dis-ease being the feeling of dis-ease that you often get after a sexual encounter with someone who you know on many levels should have never had the pleasures of you, like literally. Now, just imagine when you decide to take a partner inside you, women, right? You invite all the energies, all the emotions, and obviously the vibrations of this other person inside you too. So you share the same frequency as mentioned before. Now, if this person has a history of being in a negative state, maybe they've hurt someone or hurt themselves or suffered with depression or suicidal thoughts or attempts, then these energies will attach themselves to you. And what you might even find is that after sleeping with this person, you can feel cheap, used, you know, or you can feel confused. You could even start to experience nightmares if you sleep together on a regular basis. And this is because the two of you are becoming one. Every time your spirits merge on a sexual level. And the proof of this is when you get pregnant and the two of you literally merge on a physical, physical realm also. Now, the only sexual history that you can be certain of is yours. So you must be really, really conscious about the type of people that you're adding to your body count. Remember that you're a queen and you're a child of this creator, God and goddess, and this abundant universe wants to give you everything, but you have to protect yourself. Your body is your temple, and you've got to stand guard at the gates to be sure of who you're letting in. Yes, sex is something that should be enjoyed between two loving partners, and afterwards each person should feel inspired and invigorated and connected, not disgusted or even frustrated. So the quicker that you decide to have sex with someone, ultimately the less you're going to know about the type of person they are and whether or not they even deserve to enter the queendom that is you, right? Value yourself, have self-esteem and have confidence to just wait. If you want a quickie, I get it, but make sure that it's with someone who respects your heart, yeah, your vision and your purpose on this planet, not just the way you look physically, but someone who really cares and respects and cherishes you. Now, when a man only sees your physical attributes, he considers you almost like a dolly, and he can never really appreciate the true gift that you are. To him, you're in the same league as a million other girls out there, and as such, you're quite replaceable in his eyes. Yeah, but you're not. You're not. You're a one-off. You're a unique masterpiece of creation, and you should never have to compete with anyone else or chase a man for his attention. So get with someone who wants the best for you, and he proves this with his actions. And the longer that you get to really, really know about someone without giving them sex, then the easier it becomes to establish what their true intentions are, right? And if it was just sex that they were after, then they won't stick around for too long, and you would have saved yourself some miles. So yeah, be smart, and remember that just because he looks the part, and he talks the talk, he takes you to nice restaurants or he makes you laugh, doesn't mean that he deserves all of you. Nothing that is truly meant for you will pass. You have to believe that. So if he doesn't want to wait for you to decide whether or not you want to sleep with him, then let him walk away. It's his loss, not yours, yeah? And know that naturally men are the hunters. They like the hunt, they like the chase, and nowadays they're getting to use women physically way too easily and way too quickly, right? You have to stand up for yourself and stand for something, or you're going to fall for anything or anyone. So please take your time. get to know a person's character and see how they treat not only you, who they're obviously trying to impress, but other people also. Go and write down some values that are important in a mate, and then when you're out here dating, you can begin to see over time if they match the person that you're dealing with. When you give away your sex too soon, and then you create an emotional attachment, it makes it way harder to release that person if you do in time get to discover who they really are, that they're not in alignment with the things that you want. And when you realize that, sometimes it's too late. Many of you may have children with this person, right? Or caught a disease, or ended up acting out of your own character because the relationship's now turned you crazy. But this can all be avoided by simply taking time. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found value, and thank you for watching, guys. Please leave me a comment below if any of this information resonates with you, or you've gone through any of the things that I've spoken about. Also, head over to victorygranted.co.uk, my website, and subscribe for your free ebook, 3 Keys to Unlocking Your Power. Don't forget to like the video, thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Please share it also, you know, I know there's someone out here, one of your girls, who really needs to hear this message. Until next time, take care.